Hello and welcome to my podcast, Soul Expansion and Inspiration. This is Series 3, Episode 2, and my name is Allie O'Shea. I would like to give a very warm welcome to my guest today, Dave Vargas.
Hi, Allie.
How are you?
I am so well. I am thankful, so thankful for having you here with me.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Yes.
So would you like to tell the audience whereabouts you're located in the USA?
Yes, I'm in a city called New Bedford, Massachusetts, and it's right in New England, right on the coast.
Do you get like all the seasons there and everything?
Yes, I mean with the global warming and everything that we have, the seasons are not as defined as they used to be. But yes, we'll get the winter, spring, summer, and fall here.
Nice. I believe it's beautiful there. Some of my clients live there. I believe it's absolutely beautiful.
It is. It's fall now. It's been raining for a couple days. We're expecting a nor'easter tonight, but
yeah,
fall is here.
Fantastic. So I should just explain to the audience that you are a transformation mindset coach, and you have a program as well that's called Living Out Louder Mindset Program that you put out there to the public, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I wanted to ask you a little bit about where your spiritual journey started for you, and did you grow up in a spiritual household, or was it more religious?
I grew up in a religious household. My mom was a part of the church that we grew up in, but that never really connected with me. It more just this figure, and we better do the right thing, and fear-based, and you just didn't really get it. My spiritual journey began a little over 10 years ago.
Okay.
It started about 10 years ago. It was when I started, reading, authors like Ayn Rand, and you were starting to see manifestations and signs in your life. And, and I couldn't wrap my brain around it, that there was order to this, vast universe. I couldn't wrap my brain around it at first. So I just started digging, started reading, started studying.
Yeah.
And it fascinated me.
Yeah. So you dove deep into sort of self-development.
Oh, absolutely. It started first with the fitness background, and it led me to certain writers. So gradually, I'm the type that once I go down one rabbit hole, I just keep going.
Yeah. And who would you say would have been the greatest sort of inspiration to you spiritual wise, whether that's, listening to somebody through podcasts or reading a book? Who is the person that would stand out the most for you, that you would kind of go back to time and time again?
It would be my top two I still consider them, call them my mentors. One is Dr. Wayne Dyer, and also Bob Proctor.
Right. One of my best friends, who I hosted a workshop in Las Vegas with, together we hosted a workshop there. His very first mentor was Wayne Dyer. So, I mean, Wayne Dyer comes up so much in these interviews. He was such an amazing man, and honestly, his nature as well, just so gentle and loving.
Yes, he was the explorer. He was and can put it in everyday language. Wasn't trying to sound super intelligent. It was his way of bringing this metaphysical world to the rest of us.
Yeah, he had a way with words for sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
Mhm.
Who did you say the other one was?
Bob Proctor.
Oh, Bob Proctor, yes.
Yes. If anyone is maybe unfamiliar with him, I mean, he's one of the
Oh, he's huge.
yes, he's huge. He was the featured speaker in the movie The Secret,
Mm-hmm.
which actually, made the law of attraction a household name.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. And it would have been
Mhm.
where my spiritual journey, as for a lot of people, started. And it's so many years ago now, but amazing stuff. I actually
Yes.
know a lot of people on my Facebook page who are connected in around the Bob Proctor. They've gone off and worked with him. So yeah, I mean, he's worldwide, really. Just like a lot of them these days. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, he's
Hmm.
got some great videos on YouTube for sure. One of the quotes that you have, where you have your details about your course, is, if you are feeling stuck, feeling that true happiness and love eludes you, then you have forgotten the deep riches that are already inside you. It's time to know your worth. Now, I absolutely love that because I'm a huge, huge advocate for self-love. And it seems that you are too.
Hmm.
Would you like to elaborate a little bit on what that means to you?
Yes, I came up, it was referring to one of my coaching courses that I have.
Yeah.
And it was a course called Know Your Worth. Now, that was more of a Wayne Dyer thing for me to do so people could kind of topically understand maybe what this is. But it was really the re-identification, restoring the memory to us of who we really are, the eternal
Mm.
being that we are,
Yeah.
an infinite being with infinite potential. And that it's the ego's thought system that we feel that we're in this form. I'm Dave, you're Allie, you're over there, and I'm over here. And that's a big illusion of separation,
Mm-hmm.
but in fact, we're one.
Exactly.
So self-love is restoring our memory of getting rid of the ego's fear-based thought systems of beliefs of the stories that we think that we are, that we're holding on to. And it's psychologically restoring our memory to true love. We're the extension, the thought of God, the
Yeah.
universe.
Back to who
Infinite.
we really are. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So self-love is the center point, where everything is,
Mm-hmm.
that we have to find within us.
Exactly. I totally agree. I mean, it's the core of everything. Without it, we can't really do anything. And I don't think a lot of people still understand that. I think a lot of people are still kind of learning about that. It's still a huge learning curve for a lot of people where, they really need to get back to practicing self-love.
Mm-hmm. Well, the ego thought system, the ego is the split mind. It's, ego, edging
Mm-hmm.
God out or
Yeah.
edging source out. It's total religion is the denial of God, the denial of oneness.
Mm.
So it's looking for total control. It's looking for always outside validation.
Mm-hmm.
So we feel that, we can't find love because we're looking for it out here. We're looking for validation.
Yeah.
We're looking for somebody or something to make us feel that we're important or special.
As Abraham Hicks says, looking for love in all the wrong places.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. When we really just need to look within and find that love and have that deeper connection so that then we can have the deeper connections outside. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and it's not something that we're not going to find. So, like, I don't know how to do this, or it's scary to look within, and it is, um, because we're constantly, the ego wants us to avoid what's scary,
Mm.
um, with outside distractions. So it's not something that no one is going to find. Like, some people may say, well, what if I don't like what I find? That's more of the ego talking to self-sabotage us. But source energy, infinite intelligence, God, whatever anyone wants to refer to it as, is only love.
Yeah.
That's the other name of God, is love.
Exactly. Yeah. And
And
one of the highest vibrations on the planet as well.
yes. So when we strip away everything and we remove those blocks to love, that's what we'll find. We'll find that we are love. And so that's where the self-love will come to.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with us.
You're welcome.
You also talk about being in the now, in the present moment, gratitude, divine timing, and expanding thought, all of which I teach and love too. We've got so many things in common. But my question is, would you like to talk about one or two of these topics from your perspective and give the listeners your take on them? So again, they are being in the now, gratitude, divine timing, and expanding thought.
Yes. Well, gratitude and being in the now are the same thing. When we are being grateful, we're expressing that. We are restoring our memory of where we are. Where we are is only the now. Because, well, we are living in eternity with these infinite beings. So when you're an infinite being or living for eternity, there is no demarcation. This is the past.
Yeah.
This is the future. When you're in this infinite space, it is only what's real is this right now, what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So when we are expressing gratitude, we're here. We're right now. It's in this moment. We're not replaying movie reels of the past or trying to predicate the future,
Yeah.
And another great thing that I really want to point out is gratitude is even misunderstood by so many people. Because gratitude, we feel that, for us to feel good, someone's worse off than us.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this poor slut. I am so thankful.
Yeah.
It's restoring that. Well, I'm not so bad. I'm not so bad off. Or that someone's more enslaved or more freer than us.
Mm-hmm.
Love makes no comparisons. When we're living with the thought that we are one, there is no separation.
Mm-hmm.
We can't make comparisons. There are no comparisons. It's not you and I. It's us. It's one.
Yeah.
The only one that we are to give gratitude and thanks to is the source energy.
Mm-hmm.
We're to give that to God. We're to give that to the one that has taken away all sorrow, taken away all, pains and struggles,
Yeah.
has taken away, who's given us these beautiful creative gifts, these higher mental faculties, the same creative powers that God has, that divine has, that the universe has.
Mm-hmm.
And so love is the way that I walk in gratitude.
Yes. Yeah. Perfect. Because Abraham Hicks talks about the fact that appreciation is much higher vibration than gratitude. So because, like what you said, gratitude is usually given in the format of usually 95% of the time something that we've overcome, whereas appreciation is more about being in awe, almost, it's the identical vibration to love. But they're both so important. Like, you don't give up one for the other. It's so important to practice both, I think, both gratitude and appreciation.
Yes, they are on along the same lines. Appreciation, that's the law of increase. If we want anything to grow more in our life, we have to give it praise. That's appreciation.
Yeah.
The more we give praise about something, the more, that's like a gratitude, the more that we're sending out love, this love vibration, the frequency that we are on, and we're talking about it. Oh, I love this. And, it keeps growing.
Yeah.
When you talk about it in appreciation, it increases amplitude of vibration, and it's healthy. That's why we see people that are speaking and appreciating, beautiful plants all around their house.
Yeah.
Vibrant greens and things of that nature. And people that are speaking ill, the plants are brown, crumbled, not watering, not, so it's just a great reflection of someone's state of mind.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Did you want to discuss one of the other points? What about divine timing? One of my favorites.
Yes. Divine timing, it should be talked about. It should be, it's perpetual energy. Bad things, when we're having bad thoughts, bad images in our mind, they dictate the way that we feel. The way that we feel will dictate our behavior. So when we are giving and sending out these wishes or, wants, and we feel that we're doing everything right, I'm asking it, I'm believing in it, and it's not coming when I want it to. And again, the ego wants total control.
Exactly.
And so when we're not getting it in our time, we give up on it. Well, this manifesting business is not real, and I'm never going to have it. We revert back to our mental programming of our lack and limitation.
Yeah.
So divine timing, because bad things do not need plans. They don't, bad things, or the things that we do not want, need no rearranging. The good that we desire needs the rearranging. Someone to lose the job, someone to now move to a different city. The checkers on the checkerboard have to stop moving around. And it is why the indicator, when all hell is breaking loose, chaos seems to be surrounding you everywhere. It's like the perfect storm.
Yeah.
It's the great indicator. The shift is happening, and the good that we desire is coming.
Yeah.
So much like a perfect storm, right in the middle is still holding true to the vision and having faith.
Yeah.
Faith in what we want. Faith is the ability to have loyalty to the unseen reality.
Mm-hmm. Very important.
Yes. So it's knowing that it's going to come and believing in it, and there's no doubts whatsoever. Living at the end. So divine timing, it's going to happen on its time, and it's really about letting go of control. You can't control it.
Yeah. Because as like you said, our ego sometimes thinks that we're ready for things that we're not quite yet ready for. And the universe has to get all those pieces into play ready for us at the right time.
Yes, just moving the checkers around.
Yeah.
We're not so much ready for it, but when it comes, we feel we finally got what we needed. We finally got the good that we desired. Well, I'm not ready yet. It's not about being ready. It's stepping up into it and receiving it.
Yeah.
It's just never on our timing. We can't control it. We can learn to influence the energy, but we don't control it. We only have free will over ourselves.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I saw on one of your posts that it says, how do you define freedom? So my question for you is, how does Dave Vargas define freedom?
Well, freedom to me is being exactly who I am, not anybody version of me,
Mm-hmm.
not what my lover thinks I should be, or my mother thinks I should be, or what society thinks I should be. And we do fall into these roles.
Yes.
You know, a husband should do this, a wife and mother should only be like this. I'm at this age, I should only be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So freedom is the ability to heal the wounds, heal past wounds that have afflicted and kept us in bondage. These illusions of our past, the false identification. This goes back into we're believing we're playing this character, this return trip that we're in right now.
Yeah.
And we're believing about other people's beliefs and traumas that were put upon us. So it's unlearning that, healing from that, and stepping into the eternal being that you are. And it's expressing that. Yeah. That's freedom, expansion and expression.
Brilliant. Love it.
Yeah. Yes.
Great answer.
Yes. Thank you. That's what I feel like freedom is. To be free, I gotta be me.
Yeah. Authentic you, hey?
Yes.
Yeah. Nothing
Absolutely.
like it. Nothing like it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a YouTube channel called Living Out Louder. Mm-hmm. And I know that you've interviewed some really great people on there. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that channel?
Yes. I've been writing for over 10 years. The name of that brand or webpage was Living Out Louder. And so I've been writing, about metaphysical, about people doing just what I talked about. We learned a certain way to be, think, and act, and it was other people's beliefs. We had to now unlearn that and relearn. So it's now morphing into the YouTube channel is about doing just that, of unlearning, relearning. I also am doing a podcast as well, and it's featuring people that do that.
Yes.
You know, they've
Yeah.
unlearned the form that they believed in before
Yeah.
and relearned who they really are. And now they're sharing that with the world.
Perfect. Yeah,
Helping out.
it's like going back and correcting limiting self-beliefs, isn't it? Really, essentially.
It is. So the living out louder is just your amplified self, your higher being,
Yeah.
the the real you, the one, the eternal radiant being that you are.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's some really great interviews on there. So check it out, people. Tell them what the YouTube channel is where they can find that so that they can subscribe, Dave.
Yes, just go to YouTube. You would look up my name. It would be Dave Vargas, Vargas, and you'll see a bunch of the podcasts on there. Also, live recordings of book clubs I've used to do that may pop back up in the future, and other lessons, thoughts, reflections.
Brilliant. Thank you. And I know one of your favorite questions to ask, but it's also one of mine, is what is your favorite all-time go-to book that you love?
Currently, right now, it replaced everything is Think and Grow Rich. I thought that
Napoleon Hill?
yes, I thought some others took that place in my memory, and that's been the go-to right now.
Okay.
It's I had a guest on recently, and it came back into our consciousness, and that's the wellspring of all information of how to think into results, how to manifest, how to set forth.
It's funny. I have that book, but I can't read it.
Yeah.
Something is stopping me from reading it. I tried to read it a couple of times, but I'll get to it. I will. I have it, and my intention is to read it or to go back to try to read it. For some reason or other, it just would not for me. I just couldn't do it.
Well, I am
sure if it's the language, Dave, in it or what, I can't remember, because it must have been about a year and a half that I took it out in the summer and went into my back garden and went, right, I'm going to read this book. Everybody talks about this book. And I just was like, I don't know. I found it really hard, which is weird.
Well, it was released in 1937, right in the when America was experiencing what they called the Great Depression. It was a period of extreme poverty that swept the nation, and Andrew Carnegie was the richest man in America. Spent his half his life accumulating the fortune, and the rest of his life, second half of his life, giving that away. He felt that it was very important that because in a time of extreme poverty and people having a poverty consciousness, they can't help it. He felt that someone should meet with the world's richest men and interview them, and he opened the doors for Napoleon Hill to do just that.
Yes.
So it can be hard because it is coming from a man, and also in the 30s. So there is some language and gender roles. Many people. There is a woman, I forget her name. She did put out a book called Think and Grow Rich for Women.
Okay. I
Yeah,
haven't heard that one before.
Yes, and but it still was the same principles. He came out with steps of this is what to do and how to call forth the energy that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
I think it was just wonderful.
Well, I'm going to have to try and go back and revisit it after that.
Yeah. I'm a big advocate of rereading books. Like if I just read it once, I'm not done with it. I'll go back to it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah,
You find something new because our awareness grows.
exactly. And you'll always pick something else up from the book another time
Right.
you read it. Yeah, for
So
sure.
that's why it's so important. And then, awareness grows, and we feel that like that wasn't even there before.
Yeah.
But we're getting closer to what the author was trying to tell us.
Yeah. Love it. Brilliant.
Yes.
So you're also a musician.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of music do you play?
It runs the gamut. It could be labeled as alternative country. It's kind of rock. It's laid back, but it's very melodic. I write my own songs. I play guitar and I lead guitar and I sing.
Fantastic.
I love doing it. Yes.
And where do you perform? Like just locally, is it?
Yeah, just locally. It's something I do just to express. I'll go to open mics, and it's just to express that out the way that it's intended, not just in someone's living room you wrote the song and that's it. When I write them, it is with the vision of that it's in front of a room full of people on a loud microphone and big speakers.
Yes.
And it's written with that intent, and specifically in that. So that's another great manifestation talk, is that I see the end.
Yeah, you visualize. Yeah.
Yes, I when I write it, I'm already seeing the song. I already hear the full band, everything that's going on, and then when I perform it, when I practice and I rehearse, I am practicing and rehearsing as if I am in front of.
Perfect way to do it. Yeah.
So that when now you're actually there, it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's just one more rehearsal, one more,
Brilliant.
yeah.
I love it. Yeah. Visualization is so powerful though. Really, really powerful. Really powerful.
I agree. Yes.
So you said your purpose starts with understanding what you need, the goods you desire, and helping you to find the blocks that you are preventing you from enjoying the experiences that you are worthy of. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about the 8-week course that you have and what it entails?
Yeah, so I did mention that earlier, was the course that you're talking about. I have a new one coming out very soon.
Oh, you can talk about that too if you like.
I will. I'll get into that. The one that you're mentioning is that Know Your Worth course, where it's an 8-week course. Month 1, where we have to identify, what you want, what's the good that you desire. But it's also coming into discovering who you really are. You're not this ego, fear-based thought system of, I'm only Dave Vargas.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
and with all these wants and outside validations. And so the whole month, each week, it's going over the re-identification of who you really are. Not the one that you were 12 years ago when you were very happy and everything was going right. It's your place in the oneness of it all.
Right.
And letting go, getting rid of those old limiting beliefs. And the second month is now geared towards letting go. Now it is letting go, learning that art of allowing, trusting. You're sending, leading with love. Intentions are leading with love. And so it's going through each theme is learning, like I was talking about gratitude.
Yes.
That's actually one of the lessons in it, of being in the now. That love makes no comparisons. So it sets us up for perfect alignment. It's setting up someone that when we're no longer judging people, when we're no longer holding meanings to things, since day one, we've attached a meaning to something, a perception. And we have to learn that anything of our senses that's attached to the skin is not giving us the true truth of what's on the outside of us. Okay? So we have to learn how to no longer attach these meanings to things. And it's also offering no more judgments to people. Not even harsh judgments. Someone that's listening now, or whoever's listening, well, I do not judge anybody. But judgment is placing a meaning on something. Or I don't like this, I don't like that, or why are you doing this to me? Or why do you have more riches in a romantic, beautiful marriage and I don't? So again, we're comparisons, and when we're offering judgments, we're not in unity. We're still in separation.
Yes.
So that's what the Course deals with, is getting rid of what's essentially attack thoughts. Attack thoughts is judgments and keeping the illusion of separation alive. So it's returning to love.
And did they do that one-on-one with you, Dave?
One-on-one, we do video conference an hour a week. There's tools and also writing assignments, daily writing assignments. To put this is it's one thing of teaching, but I'm not here to ever be somebody's cheerleader. It's to put this, bridge that gap between knowing and doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Essential that they do. When they're learning something, that's what I think a lot of people forget, is that they can't just listen and do nothing about it and go, oh man, that was great. They have to put it into practice for it to actually work.
Yes, absolutely. So what really that does of re-identifying who you are, treating everybody that it's the face of God or your face, because we would treat everybody and give better thoughts to everyone if they were us, and they are us. It sets you up in a perfect alignment. It's not this once in a while that you feel happy or love. Your peace, calmness. You've returned to the original state.
Perfect. Beautiful. Love it.
Yes.
So you just talked there a second ago about a new course you have. So tell us a little bit about that one.
Yes, I'm very excited. I already started it with some of my current clients, and it's a 12-week, 3-month, The Law of Attraction boot camp.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's 3 months, and each month has that theme of the premise of the ask, believe, and receive. And we're going through each week of really learning how to ask. How are you really doing the asking? And of course, first and foremost is what it is that you want. What is the good that you desire? In great, vivid detail. What it is that you desire. We have to really know what to ask for. If we have vague answers, we'll have vague attractions.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Very important to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And so again, and then believing. So we have to know what we want, understand how the vibration that we're in is doing the asking. So then we now have to really know how to believe, learn that faith is loyalty to the unseen reality, learning how to properly use our higher mental faculty of imagination, living at the end. It is seeing the invisible until it's physical.
Yes.
If any of those two concepts are not grasped, we will never receive.
Yeah.
We talked about it earlier. We believing, oh, I believe that I'll do this, but if it's not on our time, or if we have never experienced it before, it's hard to believe in that.
Yeah.
And if any of those two concepts we're never going to receive. And so that's what the last month is actually cover of, expecting the abundance, properly making sure we're not out of alignment. There's a lot of universal laws, just not the law of attraction, because everything is interconnected.
Yeah, all the universal laws are.
Yes. And so we go over things like that. So on a premise 3-month, ask, believe, and receive.
Sounds fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting. When are you launching that?
I'm officially launching it the start of November.
That's exciting.
Yes. I'm already doing it with some of my clients, and it's exciting. It's, the new decade is here, 2020, and this is just going to turbocharge that.
Fantastic. Oh, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there any one piece of advice that you would like to leave the listeners with today, Dave?
Well, I would have to say, don't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
When we're, the Rolling Stones had a great song. I'll always have the mental image of Keith Richards, and it's only rock and roll, but I like it. It's not being. You are involved. You're passionate about what it is, but you're not worried. You're okay when it comes. What happens? You're all right.
Yeah.
So if we're looking to manifest goals, dreams, desires, we can't, again, be too serious. When is it coming? Or I don't have enough money. It has to come. And we're setting, as you know, we're setting us up in a vibration of lack and limitation and without. So I would really think, life's meant to be enjoyed, explored, expression.
Yeah.
Life is all about, expressing and expanding. So don't take it too seriously.
Love it. Love it. And finally, where can people best reach you if they want to get in touch to avail of your services, your website, etc., maybe Facebook, whatever?
They can go right to Dave Vargas on Facebook. I also have a website. They can go right to davevargas.com. So you can reach out to me there, especially if anyone that's listening, say, I'm a friend of Allie's or a listener, just say hello. I love talking to people. Yeah. And, and if they want my help or advice, maybe we can't work together, but I want us to be able to talk and, see where we can help.
Fantastic. That's brilliant. Thank you so much.
Yes. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for having me here.
Oh, you're so welcome. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here. So thank you so, so much for joining me today. It's been a fascinating time spending this last hour with you, seeing as we've never met before.
Mm.
So I did think it was quite funny when I was in Las Vegas. I think I sent you a friend request. You popped up, and I thought it was funny that your surname was Vargas and I was in Vegas. You
Yes,
remember I live in Ireland, so I
right.
thought it was really funny at the time.
Well, my Boston accent almost pronounces the last name Vargas, Vegas. So, yeah, it's beautiful. I'm glad you reached out. I love talking to like-minded people and to learn and
Yeah,
experience again.
absolutely. And thank you for
Yeah.
accepting, because, that's what it's all about, isn't it? The co-creation, it's the being with like-minded people, being on this journey, empowering each other, getting each other's messages out there because we will all resonate with somebody and somebody will
Mhm.
always resonate with us. And therefore it's important that we all are in this together. We're all the one, as you say, and as we know. It's just a lovely thing. So thanks so much again for being here today. I do appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you to the listeners as well. We'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.